and I made it as always. Very excited to be with you here today and do this magical practice. So let's begin by sitting in a comfortable position. And great news for those who might have just joined us for the first time. If you haven't done this practice before, you don't have to keep your eyes closed. That's why this practice can be practiced anywhere. It could be practiced while you're driving a car, while you are at work, doing some stuff, home, cleaning or washing the dishes, anything basically, wiping the floors. But of course, if there is a chance for you to be here online, present with me on every day, and just taking a space and sit in a comfortable position and close your eyes, then it will be absolutely fantastic if you can do this. And as I have mentioned, if you cannot, please don't worry about it and just carry on doing what you're doing. But be with me, listen to my voice, and just let the practice happen. So since you have joined, let's go. Let's do it. Take a deep breath in and a big sigh out. If you can, please close your eyes and again breathe in through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Letting go completely. Another deep breath in and a big sigh out. And let's take one more deep breath in through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. And this time, as you exhale, just make a sound like a bit louder. Just letting go and allowing your body to relax. And bring a tiny smile onto your face so the face muscles are relaxing instantly. And remember, there is no force to anything. There is no need to control things. It's a practice of realizing yourself as one unified consciousness. So you're just becoming awareness that is aware of everything. And it's not that you're really becoming, it's who you really are on a different level of this game of life. So let me just give you the feeling of what you are instead of explaining it. So just simply notice your breath and be aware of it. Notice how your body moves when the breath enters the body. What's the reaction of your body when the breath leaves? Be aware of sensations in your body on a physical level. What do you feel? Tension, pressure, anything else? Contraction, but perhaps. And notice that everything is witnessed by you right now. You are aware of your breath and you're already instantly realizing that you're not your breath. You're aware of the physical sensations in the body, and you're also aware that you're none of them because you're simply witnessing them. Same way you're aware of the feelings. You might feel sad, you might feel indifferent, you might feel joyful, you might feel some level of tiredness, but you might also feel happy and joyful. You might just feel anything at this particular moment, but you realize that you're none of your feelings. Breath is there, you are witnessing it, there is no control, no force to it. If possible, your eyes are closed and relaxed. Relax the muscles in and around your eyes. And simply be aware of the sound of your breath, the sound of my voice, any other sounds in you or around you, around your body. And as you listen to the sounds, notice that you're not really fully only listening with your ears. You're also becoming aware. So it's more that there is the awareness that is aware of every sound. Because how come you can shift from my voice to the sound of your breath and to the sound of the background if you got two pairs of ears? Something else must be hearing everything. And if there are more people around you, you'd be aware to shift everywhere and pay attention to only one sound. But at the same time, when you shift your awareness, you become aware of every possible sound in the field, in you and around you. So in reality, it's not the ears that are hearing every sound, but the awareness. So just be aware of that sounds, any noises, and understand that none of it is you. It's simply aware of it, so you are witnessing it, but you're none of them. And now pay attention to your mind and the thoughts popping into your mind and leaving it. And if you don't go into any discussion with your thoughts, there is no third party that is having a dialogue. Sometimes we actually have a dialogue with ourselves, but with the thoughts that are coming in reality. And sometimes we might witness even taking a third party in a dialogue of two. So it's interesting because it's only one person. There is only one you who is aware of the thoughts in your mind. So when you don't go into discussion with them, there is no even internal dialogue. It's just the thought popping in and out, and pass by. And it's like witnessing the clouds on the sky, but not following any of them, just letting them come and go. And as you are becoming aware of the thoughts and what is each thought is trying to tell you, you are not paying attention to any of them. And by not giving them attention, you're not feeding them with energy. And the thought only can stay much longer if it's got your focus, your attention. And then obviously the energy from it. And then you sometimes being unaware, already having a dialogue with that thought. But right now you are letting them come and go. You are aware still of the breath. You are still aware of every sound, any noise around you. The body is relaxed. Relax the middle of your head. So if you were, imagine you've drawn a line from one ear onto another ear, kind of horizontal line, okay? Where your eyes are, from one ear to another one. And then from the top of your head towards your chin, another line. And where these two lines are crossing, there is a spot. And now that you've shifted your awareness there, you can simply relax it by just wanting it, you just make it happen. There is no force to it. And same way you relax the rest of your body, you're dropping into it. You're dropping into the chair or into something you're sitting on right now. And you're becoming aware of everything, but your focus is on nothing at the same time. So you're aware of your breath, you're aware, but you're not your breath. You are aware of your thoughts, but you're not your thoughts. You are aware of any sounds, any noise, the sound of my voice, the sound of your breath, anything, but none of it is you. And you at the same time can hear all of that as being aware of it. You're simply aware of the thoughts, you're aware of the feelings, you are aware of your memories, but you're not your memories. You might go and recall them, but you're not doing it right now. So knowing that you're not your memories, you also realize that you're not your past. You're not your future. You're not any expectations of the future. And you're not your body, because the body just serves you to play the game of life. You know that you're not your weight, you're not your size, you're not your shape, you're not the numbers on the scales, you're not the clothes that you're wearing, you're not your education, and you're not any belief about yourself, any belief structure about who you are. It's now seen as a belief. Any good belief, bad belief, limiting belief, or positive belief, it doesn't matter. None of it is you. You're just dropping all the constructions of all the beliefs. And you realize that anything you've read, anything you've listened to, anything you've seen, all the information about this world, about you, who you were meant to be, who you believe to be, none of it is you. It's just the information. So information is another concept. Could be treated as a concept of what you are or who you are, concept of what the world is. And you understand that as you're aware of this, as you're aware of that all, you're not any of that. The breath is still there. Your body is breathing. But you are becoming more and more aware of what you are not, which is freeing you to be who you are, always were and always will be. So right now you know that you're not your education, you're not any information you came across to, you're not your feelings, you're not your body, you're not your name, you're not your surname, you're not what you're wearing, you're not your size, you're not your shape, you're not your weight, you're not the salary, your salary or bank account, or the numbers on your bank account. None of it is you. And also, for the moment, drop any vision, any picture that you hold daily about yourself, because you're not that either. And here we are. You are one unified consciousness, or you can call it higher self, higher being, divine self. Some people call it awareness, some people call it super high consciousness. It does not matter. For the sake of this practice, we are calling this one unified consciousness. So this is your self-realization in this moment, where everything is untouched from you, but that feeling of being, feeling of what you are, is always present. It's in you, and it feels light. It feels like a freedom. It feels detached from everything. It feels deliciously, feels yummy, feels phenomenally well. Nothing is imposed on you. Drop the identity of who you were, the role that you played, any mask of teacher, student, parent, partner, lover, anybody, CEO of the company, any role, any identity that was attached to who you believed you were, now it's also not you. There is no need to hold into it. So you came into the formless being, limitless being, shapeless being that you are. And that's, it's not a front ground, like it's not in front of you, it's not the background of you, it's not a foreground. It's just could be sensed in your body, in every cell of it, in the aura that is around your body, in the field of what and who you are. And that feels great. So now that you feel who you are, you don't need to explain and put it into words. There is no need for explanation because you can feel the essence of what you are. And that essence, it's always present in here and now. When you say, when you write down here now all together, here and now. And actually first you put now and then you put here and then it becomes nowhere. It's a little trick with the words, but it actually explains where you are. You are present in this particular moment, which is timeless moment, spaceless moment, and at the same time limitless. You still exist, of course, as a body in the game, because until the body is going to play the game, you will be existing as the avatar, as the body you've taken to play. But on the highest level, you are that. That is nothing in the words. But you can feel the essence of it. And it's really, really amazing. And you are always you're always in touch with it. You can call it source as well. So the illusion is that people believe that they are disconnected from the source. You can't be disconnected with the source because you are the source on the level, highest level of what you are. Disconnection or separation is delusional. The mind is an illusion. So illusionary mind is trying to convince you into something, and as soon as you believe into it, it becomes your reality. So simple, right? But on the other hand, we get so lost into believing of who we are not that complicates our life. And people are playing the games of life, getting into drama, becoming suffering. There's so much in the pain. There's so much create more drama for other people because they're suffering. And that creates a lot of confusion in the world. And to come out of it, this practice is one of the best practices to keep reminding yourself what you are not, so you don't have to participate in the drama that is going on around the world, that is going on perhaps even in your family, in your neighborhood, in your friends, families. So let's go back to one unified consciousness that you are. That feeling never fades, that feeling never disappears, that feeling is there, so present, this is so you, and it's amazing. And now, being that what you are, one unified consciousness, I want you to amplify the vibration of love and kindness many, many times over. So as you remain being that what you are, undescribable, in the words, but so beautiful, so divine, so magnificent, and so phenomenal on the other hand, if we had to put it into words, if we wanted to put it in the words. But then now you are playing the game with me and other members of our community, and we all amplifying the vibration of love and kindness for the sake of peace around the world. So continue amplifying the vibration of love and kindness many, many times over. Just think of it, and your will, your intention is a command right now. As you continue amplifying it, by just setting that intention and making it happen intuitively and playfully, just as children do it, It's already happening. So no force to it. No need to ask how, no need to struggle, no need to suffer again. You are just that highest being, if we had to describe into something, and remain in that feeling. This is you. This is not even a divine part of you. You are a divine part of yourself. So continue amplifying the vibration of love and kindness as many times as possible. Think of million times, 10 million times, 100 million times, billion times. Beautiful. We can do it easily, and you can feel that already shift has happened in your body, on every level of it, in your physical body, in your emotional body, in all the bodies, all the koshas around one physical body. There's 7 altogether, and you can feel the shift is happening. You're vibrating already the highest frequency of love and kindness, and you might feel the tingling sensation in your fingertips, and that's amazing. And now realize that many people on this planet are also practicing this practice, and they also realizing themselves as one unified consciousness, and they also amplify the vibration of love and kindness many times over. Million times over, 10 million times, 100 million times, billion times, 8 billion times. There's no limit to that. And you, as one unified consciousness, you realize yourself through every person on the planet Earth, and you are multiplying through each of them the frequency of love and kindness many times over. Now think again, 1 million times, 10 million times, 100 million times, a zillion times. There is no limits to that. It's just like, woof. It is increasing and increasing and increasing and increasing and increasing. And you feel that vibration in every single organ of your body. In your heart, there is a vibration of love and kindness at the highest level possible. In your liver, in your lungs, in your kidneys, everywhere, every single cell, every single limb in your body is vibrating the highest vibration of love and kindness. And you, as that one being that you are, also vibrating the highest vibration of love and kindness. And around your physical body, there is a field that vibrates the highest possible vibration of love and kindness, and the radius is limitless. It's like it can spread everywhere, and it does flow through you, around you. It goes into your neighborhood, all the houses, all the cars, all the animals, all the nature, all the buildings, everything around you vibrates with love and kindness as a result of you doing this practice with the community. So just for another moment, keep realizing yourself being that one unified consciousness. So you're simply aware of everything. It's like an awareness, it's aware of itself. And at the same time, you also realize that every person on the planet Earth doing this practice, they also self-realizing themselves, and they continue amplifying the vibration of love and kindness many times over. And you multiply through each of them, and they multiply along with you. And it goes into a loop, kind of. And now, once the field is very high in energy, very powerful, let's invite all the people that you like, your friends, your family, your beloved ones, your partners, your neighbors, people that you've seen in the supermarket today or on the streets or on the social media. Think of the names of your siblings, of your cousins. Just for another moment, let's call in more people. Perfect. Now let's invite all the people that you might not like, you dislike, you even hate, you haven't spoken to. Think of those people. It's an uneasy part of the practice, but it's doable. We all have someone that we're not that keen on meeting on the street. Or sometimes some people, yes, true, they're unpleasant to talk to. You don't have to communicate with everybody. But by inviting them into this field, we are actually dissolving any conflicts, anything, any energy that does not serve us or them anymore, or both. Usually it's both. And usually it's actually hurting more the person who is thinking of that other person and has a suppressed anger, or like a very vivid, very strong anger. So think who you're angry at, who has hurt you, or who do you believe hurt you in the past or not long ago. Who did you have an argument with? Who you didn't forgive. Sometimes it's possible that you don't talk to your siblings, to your own mother or father. It happens. So invite them into this field and let them bath here with us in this love and kindness, in the highest frequency of it. Let them feel that what we feel, because the field is working right now on dissolving everything and anything that is blocking you, is blocking them, any conflicts, any anger, any hurt, any pain, anything that does not serve you and them. It's right now dissolving, fading, disappearing. It is going, it is gone. We send it back to the universal consciousness to be transformed into the highest frequency of love and kindness. And so it can download into your subconscious mind, and it's downloading right now in the form of highest frequency of love and kindness. So you can feel your body is vibrating even more, even higher. And it's absolutely wonderful. You're accepting it willingly, openly. Anything that has to be healed is healed now. There is no conflicts, no negative energy, any critical voices, any blocks are sent back to the universal consciousness, transformed into the highest frequency of love and kindness, and sent back into your subconscious, into your physical body, into your emotional body. Everything is now clean, cleansed, healed, and feeling amazing. You feel the vibration, you might feel the tingling sensation in your skin, you might feel it in your fingertips, but you feel the shift. You have just came out from the victim or helpless, hopeless, lost child. Many people holding onto this energy, onto that role, but you now are absolutely powerful, and you are divine being that cannot hold any negativity in your field. That is divine. And everything is resolved beautifully. All the conflicts between you and any people, any disappointments, anything and everything that has been somehow holding you back from being the best version of yourself now is fading, gone into the one field of the highest consciousness, that one unified field, and transformed into the highest divine frequency of love, kindness, peace. And now it downloads and installs in your subconscious mind. It anchors there. It remains with you no matter where you go. In your physical body, it anchors in every single cell of your physical body. And you've got trillions of the cells in your body. It anchors into every hair. It anchors into every limb, every organ. So now you are vibrating with that peace, with that love, with the kindness, and you're absolutely feeling fantastic. You're feeling fabulous. Now, we have dissolved any conflicts, and actually the field did it for us. The highest possibly intelligence, that is also partly who we are, but that worked everything. It wiped out right now everything from you, between you and other people when it comes to relations. But now let's look at the relation you've got with yourself, because that's what the most people I have come across to were struggling with. Okay, so now it's about you, and about you leaving yourself alone and coming out of this conflict of I shouldn't have done, I shouldn't have said, or I should have done this, or all this I would, I should, I shouldn't. All the regrets, all the guilt, all the embarrassment, all the mistakes, all the grief, all the sadness, all the disappointments with yourself, all misbelief, all critical voices, because these voices are not yours. They're usually your parents, your grandparents, teachers, and society around you. All of it, any hurt, any pain towards yourself, any punishment, because you might be punishing yourself subconsciously without understanding it, and that's why you might have a knee pain or the chronic pain that you've got. So all of that now is dissolving, is fading, it's disappearing. It is going, it is gone. We send it back to the universal consciousness, and on this highest level, it's been transformed into positive beliefs, beautiful frequency of love and kindness, and it's sent back into your subconscious mind, back into your body, into your physical body, into your emotional body, while all the fears, all the judgment, all the misbelief, and again, let's send judgment, let's send fear, because we haven't sent it yet back, and let's send, what else? All the fears and judgments, critical voices, we did send already, but let's send it again to the universal consciousness to be transformed and sent back into the highest, in the form of a highest, purest energy, because it's been just transformed there, especially for you. And it downloads deeply into every single cell of your body. It anchors itself. Every cell is now drinking self-love, drinking pure kindness, pure self-love, pure divine love, pure forgiveness, pure acceptance of yourself on the level of the identity that you used to identify yourself before we together dehypnotized you, but still your avatar and your subconscious mind exists on the level of the game. And that's what we are reprogramming together. So anchor those new feelings of the new identity, who loves themselves, who accepts themselves, who appreciates themselves, who honors themselves, who is worthy by just existing, who is abundant, who is powerful, who is absolutely divine. And you can say to yourself, I love and accept myself just the way I am. I am worthy because I exist. I allow myself to take a rest. I allow myself to take a space. I let myself to shine my light bright. And I'm doing it right now. Feel the light shines through your body with love, with an apologetic bright light, because the divine self shines through you. So we just removed all the obstacles in the form of blocks, in the form of beliefs that were holding you back from being who you are. Let the God to shine through you. Let the universe shine through you, wherever you believe. Let the highest intelligence to shine through you. Let it live the life for you, because you are life itself as it flows through the body. And there is no mind that gets into interaction, which is most of the times it's the distortion. If the mind doesn't create obstacles, everything becomes easy. Everything is the flow. It's not even in the flow, it's the flow itself that flows through you. And it's interesting how we've been taught to use the mind. In reality, we don't need to think all the time. We can only use the mind and train it to think when we work, to think when we need some creativity and we just wonder, what to do, what to create, what next beautiful project I want to share with this world. But in reality, most teachers, most gurus, they've learned how to operate the brain, the mind, that it does not drive them mad, and it stays silent. It stays quiet. And I used to believe it's impossible. I thought the thoughts will be passing still by, but much, much slower, which actually happens when you meditate. You see your thoughts are slowing down because you're more distant. You're not in discussion with them. That's why you've got space. But there were moments in my mind where I was like, wow, I didn't think for a while. And then I realized I'm not thinking. So you can switch off your mind for some time, but your body will be functioning, because the divine energy, that universe, the God, or call it higher intelligence, or whatever you prefer, it still plays the game of life. So now that we have dissolved any battle, any inner battles, any conflicts that you had, and you're fully accepting yourself as you are, being that highest being that shines through you right now, we also reprogrammed you on an identity level. There's something that you identify yourself with, to anchor new beliefs about yourself and new feelings. And now let's invite all our brothers and sisters, the animals on this planet Earth, and surround them with love and kindness. Let them just be with us. Notice that nothing has changed in your body, in your feeling. Your internal feeling is still the same. You are aware of everything. Your mind slowed down. It's slowed down by now. You can just not think as well as you listen to me. And when I stop talking right now, you'll notice there is a peace. And just breathe, because the body is breathing itself. There is no need I have forgotten to breathe. But notice that you're still breathing, but there is a peace. And that peace also is a part of your being, of who you are. Isn't it Beautiful. And now let's invite all the insects, all the birds, all the water on the planet Earth, all the nature, surround them with the love and kindness of this really magnificent and powerful field that we have just created. Feel how delicious it is to share that beautiful energy, to shine your light bright. This is what is being authentic self. It's constantly being in that state, even when you work, even when you drive, even when you talk on the phone with someone, you still can be aware of everything and realizing yourself as being that awareness. Or as we called it for the sake of a unity practice, as being that one unified consciousness. And it's doable, it's achievable. The longer you practice here with me, the easier it becomes. So please keep coming back. Please continue practice, because along with this, everything changes in your life. Many things, positive things will be happening. You'll attract miracles. You will encounter great people, possibilities, synchronicities will be happening in your life, because in that flow of what you are, the divine self always knows what's the best for you, and it's ready to gift you, to surround you with all the blessings, to shower them onto you. Just be open to receive, and thank you for being here. Thank you for your willingness also to come together and create more peace on this planet Earth, more harmony, because that's the main intention. That's why I'm coming here daily, and also to support others to dehypnotize themselves and come out of the suffering. This is my second intention, but the first one is to create peace on the planet Earth, and we can do it together, because our children, our grandchildren, grandchildren, they rely on us. They're dependent on what we do today, and we're taking responsibility in our hands and stopping to blame God, to blame anybody else, governments or anybody but ourselves. And the first thing, how to create peace and harmony and stop the conflicts which are worse, which are turning into worse, is to resolve the conflict with the people around you, people who came into your field through your whole life, people who you encountered, and resolve the internal conflict with yourself. That's what every person can do. It is very, very doable and achievable. It is so available and possible. And sometimes, for the sake of not creating a conflict, even if you know that you're right, because being righteous is so delicious for many people that they need to prove that they are right. But sometimes you can just smile, take one breath, let go, and release that neediness of proving that you're right, because that will be one conflict less on this planet Earth, and one conflict less with the person, that there is no need to argue and no need to prove who is right. Even if you know sometimes you're 100% right, it's okay to not to prove it. One breath method, you take a deep breath in and you release like that. Sometimes for some people it might need a couple of breaths. One breath, you still feel like you want to prove something, release. Another breath, let go. Another breath, as many breaths as you need to react and respond to another person. And your response will be coming from the other place, from the place of love and kindness, from the place where you know your worth, you know yourself, you accept yourself fully as a divine being on the highest level of what you are. And there is no need to prove, because you understand that's only the game. Who are you going to prove? You're going to prove yourself in another body. So who is right, who is wrong, does not matter. You become so indifferent to it. And your life shifts because you're dissolving karma. And I will find one day particular where actually I will introduce the full practice of one method. I will explain to you what is beyond that one breath. When we let go and we stop the moment we were meant to argue or we were meant to prove that we are right. What is the whole technique beyond that? So it's going to be easier for you to understand, because through centuries and centuries, this technique was developing. Many masters in ashrams, in some Tibetan monks, and many people who are so much into self-development and dissolving karma and creating better lives for themselves and other people. They were evolving like many difficult techniques, and they turn it into one very simple technique, but there is something behind that. And please remember, as a part of this practice of one breath method, there is more to it. It's very important to still catching those moments as you go through life of pleasure, of joy. So just like the sun kiss on your hands or on your face, or noticing the butterfly, or being in the moment when you enjoy your food, or just noticing like, I'm actually feeling so good while I don't have any conversation, any battle inside of me. So keep noticing those joyful moments as many times as possible through the day. And as you notice it, like acknowledge it, do this one breath and notice how you're attracting it, how you're kind of drawing it into you. Excuse me, because that's exactly what happens when we want something and we delighted with something. We do like, right? This is like, sometimes we make this sound of pleasure. So notice the little moments. You don't have to buy yourself a new iPhone to indulge in the moment. It's usually very simple things. Like in Bali, sometimes I smell the incense and I'm like, so delicious. I see the butterflies, I see the nature around me, I see the sunshine, I see the dog on the street. It's little things. And I love watching the clouds on the sky, and it's so joyful. It's so delicious. So please, that's your practice. And even journal it. Make a note. How many times did I indulge myself in the moment? How many times did I notice that I'm enjoying myself? Not because I bought myself something necessarily, but little things. Okay? Because that is a part of the practice that leads to one breath practice. And one breath practice is incredibly powerful practice that dissolves all the karma. So your life becomes lighter. You come out of suffering. Your psychosomatic system, first it goes crazy because it doesn't understand. You don't react the same way that you used to react. People around you, they just don't recognize you anymore. They tell you you've changed. And usually that scares them. That scares crap out of them because they can't control you anymore. They can't manipulate you anymore. And sometimes when you become a pro, because you will become very professional using this one breath method, you will be just playing with them. You will be laughing, you'll be smiling, you'll be sometimes not doing necessarily the reaction that you would expect from you, but you would throw a joke. Because if it was the mom, your mother, that you used to react, and let's say she would over worry about you. Like my mom, whenever I fly, she's like, be careful. And she does all those things because, well, it's partly because the way she is, and perhaps it's her way of showing me how much she cares and how much she loves me. And I also have certain friends who also do those things. And sometimes I just told them, look, if you really want me to thrive in life and if you really want to support me traveling, it's better if you trust that everything is going to go well and the airplane is going to land. But it not always helped because they have already this habit of panicking and mentioning be careful. Especially I have one friend in Singapore who always is warning me when I travel alone, and she kind of projects all the fears onto me. And it's challenging. Sometimes I'm like, the reaction in my body is like, I feel like, And in that moment, what I do one method breath. Sorry, one breath method. Did I call it one breath method? Yeah, in English, I think so. So I take a breath in and I just draw it like it's the most pleasurable thing in the world, and I exhale. And sometimes I do it so subtle that people cannot notice it. Like this. I'm showing it to you so you can see, but in reality, it's like sometimes you just give up. But while you give up, you draw it into you, and there is no opposition to it. There is no resistance, okay? Because resistance creates persistence. So more you're resisting, more things coming that you will be resisting, okay? And more things you accept, less resistance you have, less the universe is sending to you things to resist. So in this kind of moments, when your mom is worrying about you or your friend is worrying about you, it's exactly the moment for you to use this one breath method. And just let go and say thank you. When your mom is trying to convince you into something, because I know lots of parents are driving my clients mad. And my mom used to also drive me mad years ago, probably like 15 years ago. I wish I knew one breath method. I started developing this technique years ago when I was practicing self-awareness. It was just happening naturally by my body because I was constantly in here and now watching my breath, and I was aware of everything and not resisting anything and not criticizing anything and not rejecting anything. And naturally it evolved. Like, sometimes you're in the queue, you want to buy something in a shop, and suddenly the queue appears in front of you. It's 20 people in a supermarket that you walked in, there was nobody. And you just take one deep breath and you let go. And suddenly the line that was in front of you, it moves so much faster. Notice that when you introduce no resistance and full acceptance with this breath, one method breath, you'll be noticing how everything resolves much faster. And when you notice the opposite, because sometimes you might struggle and sometimes you might feel that suppressed anger, that, like emotions, how long it would have taken for something to resolve. I promise you, 100% guarantee, whenever you let go and accept the things as they are, anything, your parent is driving you mad, your partner is driving you mad, your neighbor is driving you mad because he didn't park the car the way you wanted it, the person driving in front of you is driving you mad, do one breath Draw it into you, accept it, and let it go. You might need a couple of breaths before it will be happening automatically. So notice those moments as well. I've explained to you the fastest way of one breath method. It's called the one breath method. And you can begin practicing it along with the pleasurable moments. So unpleasurable moments, moments that you don't want, or moments that you wanted to control, people that you want to control, situations that you wanted to control, suddenly you turn into your pleasurable moments where you just let go with one breath and the reaction becomes the same. The longest you practice, the reaction becomes the same to the reaction when you see something that you like, or you are in a situation that you enjoy, or there is that pleasurable moment. So you will be tricking your psychosomatics. You will be tricking your mind, and you will be coming out of the karma. So more good things will be happening in your life. And you will remember this after a couple of months of practice, the dynamics between you and your loved ones. The dynamic in your family will change with your mother, with your father, whoever you were arguing with before, whoever you were resisting, whoever you were like against or like fighting, whoever you had conflict with, it will resolve. And your job is to keep coming back here every day. And I will be reminding you of course, joining me for the unity practice. So do the unity practice and then do the one breath method. And you won't recognize your life and yourself. It's like magic happening with you doing a little bit of the effort, letting go this righteousness. And you will remember my words. You will be writing comments here and telling me how much your partner, your beloved ones, your children, who you might have been arguing with, or you might have had some conflict with, how everything will shift and how beautiful your life will become because of these two practices. And it's super simple. It's very doable. You're not here. You're coming here daily, not to listen only to what I'm saying, but also to practice. And this is your choice, of course. Do you want to have a great life? Do you want to have great communication and relations around you? Do you want to have a great boss? Do you want to attract a great job? Do you want to have a successful business? Do you want to have an amazing partner and a relationship that people will be asking you how come after 10 years of a marriage or 20 years of a marriage you look like you have just fallen in love and you're having a honeymoon? This is exactly what people are reporting after doing one breath method. That's exactly what they say. After 20 years, my husband is bringing me flowers to bed, makes me a coffee. It's doable, it's possible, and it's like unbelievable how simple it is. But people were serving in ashrams for years and years and years of their life. They were committed to serving other people to receive all the methods, all the techniques that I'm sharing with you here. So accept yourself as a blessed person because you're not here by the chance. You came to this channel to practice with me and the others. And make sure your alarm is set every hour for you to remind, and the buzzing alarm that I have mentioned in other videos. We're finishing soon, it's over 1 hour now. Please make sure it at least buzzes every hour on every day since the moment you wake up to the moment you go to bed. And there is a certain emoji that reminds you to be aware of the present moment. So you scan your body and mind and you understand where were you in your thoughts. Did you have a discussion with someone? What feelings were rising through you? And coming back to here and now, being that awareness that is aware of everything. It might be first a little bit challenging, so do first come back to your breath. Look around where I am. I'm here and now. Where was I? Okay, I was there. Acknowledge it. Don't beat yourself up. Don't criticize yourself. Don't go into internal conflict. You're just meant to be aware of everything that where you were, and that's okay. And you're back to what you are, the awareness that is aware of everything. And then you carry on your life. And more present you become with what you are, more easier you untangle from the victimhood, suffering, any other patterns of behaviors that does not serve you. Plus, on top of that, you do one breath method. And when you stay with me longer, after a couple of weeks, at least 2 weeks of the practice, then you'll set your alarm for every 15 minutes. It's going to be buzzing alarm on your phone that would be reminding you of where were you, what your mind was trying to convince you into, what are your feelings in your body, and you'll be back into being present, into being here and now, being the awareness or the one unified consciousness, call it wherever you want. But you'll be aware of everything and not taking any discussion and any participation in anything that your mind, your thoughts would try to convince you. And that gives you an instant freedom. That gives you an instant and a way to and to the enlightenment or self-realization, in other words. So you can play the game on a different level. And you're becoming the creator of the game. So I think enough is enough for today. Thank you so much for joining me. It was absolutely pleasure. Please keep coming back. I'm always in the flow. I never know when and at what time I'll finish this unity practice. But there is always more that I would like to share with you. And I appreciate your patience and I appreciate your time and I appreciate you practicing, because together we can create more of the consciousness on this planet. We can awaken more into who we are. We can self-realize ourselves. And that is actually the best thing that we can do for the whole planet. As we self-realize ourselves, one person can influence up to 1,000 people. So your light, when you enter the room or enter the supermarket, it can literally impact 1,000 people. Can you imagine that? 1,000 people. And some people are complaining about the followers or subscribers now on Instagram or, you know, social media, YouTube channel, Facebook, wherever. But think of it, like 1,000. I think there's not many stadiums that would actually have 1,000 of people. 100 people is a lot. Can you imagine you standing and talking in front of 100 people? It's a challenge for many people. And 1,000 people, by just your presence, you don't need to talk to them, good news, if you're afraid of public speaking. Thousands of people on the planet Earth will be impacted by your being, by you shining your light bright, by you coming to the self, because people are searching for themselves all their lives. And searching yourself is actually self-realizing yourself. You're seeking who you are, and at some point you lose the seeker, because the seeker doesn't even exist on the highest level. It's just only one consciousness that is aware of everything. And that's who you are. And that's what you are realizing each time you come here and each time you do this practice. So thank you so much. God bless you. Um, thank you so much for the blessings here. Much love, guys. I love you. I see you here tomorrow. Have a great life. And may all beings be blessed on this planet Earth and come out of suffering.